Hello students, today I am going to take very first chapter of your book, Topographical Maps. This chapter is very new for you, but some terms which are included in this chapter, or we can say some basic concepts you have done in junior classes also, like what is map, how it is different from globe, etc., etc. So let's learn about this chapter. These are the main topics that we have to cover. How to find out 4-figure and 6-figure grid reference. We'll learn definition of contour and contour interval. Important landforms marked by contours. Steep slope, gentle slope, hill. Triangulated height, spot height, benchmark, relative height, depth. So triangulated height, spot height, benchmark, etc. These are the important terms that we have to learn with the help of symbol, and these are very new terms for you. Next we'll learn interpretation of color tints, means the significance of color, like what brown color stands for. You have done in junior classes, brown color stands for plateau, or we can say different landforms. But here color tints means different colors. You will learn different colors depict different features. Identification and definition of types of scale given on the map. What is scale and what are the types of scale, how to measure direct and indirect distance with the help of scale, and there are 4 important cardinal directions: north, south, west, east, and how we used to find out the location with the help of these cardinal directions. And here 8 cardinal directions means 4 main directions and intermediate directions like northwest, northeast, southwest, southeast. And after that we'll learn about identification of important villages, towns, what type of land use is there, land cover, means of communication. So these are the topics we have to learn. But before going to start these new terms, I want to take basic points which you should learn before going to learn new things. So let's start with introduction. What is map? So you all know what is map. Map is a visual representation of an area, or we can say map is the representation of the earth or a part of it on a flat surface. So if we'll compare map and globe, map considered as 2-dimensional view of the world. Map is 2-dimensional feature, globe considered as a 3-dimensional. So 2-dimensional word stands for length and breadth. Map shows 2 features here, length and breadth, that's why it is called 2-dimensional. Here globe shows length, breadth, height, so that's why globe is considered as a 3-dimensional. Now second is distorted views of the world. Distorted means if we'll see the map, little bit distortion means little bit mistakes will be there. No accuracy in different places you will find on map. Why? Because we used to prepare map with the help of globe, and when we used to prepare map with the help of globe, then there will be a chances of distortion. Distortion word stands for variation, or little bit errors will be there. So we can't say map is very accurate. So, but we can say globe is more appropriate, more accurate than maps. Globe shows accurate details of the world in terms of distance, size and shape. Another difference is we can carry map easily. So map is portable, and globe, we cannot carry globe everywhere. It is not portable. Now, classification of maps. Maps are classified on the basis of scale. There are two types of map on the basis of scale: large scale maps, small scale maps. What are large scale maps? Map which shows smaller area with more detail is known as large scale map. For example, topographical maps that we have to learn in this chapter. So topographical map is an example of large scale map, plans and cadastral map. So what is topographical map? A map which shows natural feature as well as man-made feature. Plans. What are plans? Plans are a set of two-dimensional diagrams or drawings used to describe a place. Plans are drawn or printed on paper, but they can take the form of digital file. Now, what is cadastral? Cadastral is also a large-scale map showing the boundaries of subdivision of land, usually with the directions and lengths. We can say property dealers, they use cadastrals. So cadastral map shows the towns, the plan of town, plan of sector, etc. Next is small scale map. Small scale maps are those maps which shows large area with less detail. For example, wall maps and atlas. These are the example of small scale maps. On the basis of content, there are three types of maps. Physical maps. Maps which shows physical features such as river, mountain, plateaus. So these maps are called physical maps. Political maps are those maps which shows boundaries of cities, towns, we can say countries. So these maps are called political maps. Thematic maps are those maps which shows only one particular theme. For example, if we will show soils of India on one map, only soils like red soil, laterite soil, black soil, alluvial soil, if map is all about soils of one country, so that map is considered as thematic map. So this is about classification. Do you know, students, what is cartography? Science of map making is known as cartography, and a person who prepares map, that person is known as cartographer. There are 5 important elements of maps. So these are very important elements. The very first one is title. So title, that is on the top of the map. So what title stands for? Title tells the topic of a map or tells about the content, whether the map is political, physical, thematic. So that is map title. Second important element of a map is direction. What is direction? So direction, with the help of direction, we used to or we get to know the way, that where we have to go. So direction tell us the way. So compass rose, that is also considered as direction. So there are 4 cardinal directions on a map: north, south, east and west, and other intermediate directions are northeast, northwest, southwest and southeast. And if you will observe map, any map, direction means north is marked in the northeast side of the map. This side of the map, the arrow is indicated and that is marked with north. And you know how we'll find out north? We used to find out north with the help of pole star. If we'll come to know where is north, we will be able to find out the other directions. And there is another instrument by which we used to find out the north: magnetic compass. This is the another element of a map, symbols and keys. Like what, we cannot write each and everything on map, because it will be very difficult for readers to read a map if we'll write all the cities and the capitals will write on one map. So that's why we use different symbols, so that the map will look beautiful and attractive, and it will be easy for readers to read the map. Fourth is grid reference. What is grid? Grid means the network of longitude and latitude. Longitude, these vertical lines, latitude, horizontal. So network of latitude and longitude is known as grid. So in next video I'll explain here that how to find out 4-figure and 6-figure grid reference. That is important under this chapter in this topographical map. So what is the advantage of grid reference? With the help of grid, we used to find out the exact location of a place. What is the other name of grid? Graticule. Fifth, very important that you all are aware, scale. Scale that tells the ratio between the distance on a map and distance on the ground. So scale is the ratio between distance on the map and distance on the ground, or we can say earth. So this is scale. We can say if we have to find out distance between two cities, so we will use scale. So scale, if you will see at the bottom of the map, scale is mentioned. So this is the fifth last important element of a map. Now, next, very important, this chapter is all about topographical maps. So what do you mean by topographical maps? These maps shows natural as well as man-made features of an area. Natural word stands for river, mountain, etc. Man-made word stands for settlement. We can say well, tube well. So these are the man-made features like roads, railway line. These maps are large-scale maps. As I told you, large-scale maps are those maps which shows smaller area but with great detail. These maps shows three-dimensional features. So topographical map shows length, breadth and height. Height means height of a physical feature, hill, mountain. So which symbols are used to show the height on these maps? Contours, triangulation height, spot height, benchmark, etc. So in next video we'll learn about these symbols. Thank you students. Have a nice day.